So you want to know how to run the new Destiny 2 raid Root of Nightmares. It's a very easy mechanic. The only real challenge comes from the third encounter, but that will be in a separate video. First off, the encounter Cataclysm, where you will be getting familiar with the main mechanic, which is just Spire of the Watchers mechanic with additional steps. For this encounter, my team ran a team of runners and a team of ad clearers / tormentor defeaters. Essentially, you are either connecting beams to nodes or killing everything in sight. For the runners, a team of 2 will be the fastest method, but this can be soloed as well. Upon entering the encounter, you will see this white orb in front of you. This is where you will be picking up the buff called Field of Light. This is a one-time use buff, so every time you apply it to the next node, you will need to run back to the one that is glowing, which does change over the duration of the encounter, and then re-get the buff in order to activate the next beam down the line. Now, if you are doing this with 2 people, you must only shoot the node to receive the buff one at a time. Meaning, if my friend Ogun currently has the buff and I went to go grab the buff, all the nodes will despawn for a set duration, essentially running the timer of the encounter low and stalling the momentum. You will want to communicate with your partner when you have expended your buff. Then, and only then, can you now shoot to apply the buff to yourself. It's a little complicated because multiple people can have the buff, as you will see later in the encounters, but to keep it simple for you, only shoot the node when your partner has completed their portion of the connection. The rotation goes as follows. Person 1 shoots the buff, then follows the beam to the next node to activate it. Keynote: you have to be on the plate in order to shoot the node. Once person 1 shoots the node, thus expending their buff, person 2 then grabs the buff, then proceed to the next node that needs to be activated. After that, person 1 can shoot for the buff once more, and so on so forth. Now, if you ever get lost, the most recent node you activated will have a beam that points you towards the next node that needs to be activated, and you will just continue this until you reach the very end. There are 4 sets of connections that need to be activated in order to complete the encounter. You will know one of the connections are complete once all the nodes start bursting a pillar of light out of them. Then you'll get your loot. Now, the second the encounter starts, you will see a timer. This timer can be extended via the ad clearing team. These guys will need to find scions to defeat, then a tormentor will spawn. Killing this tormentor will extend the timer. Then just keep seeking out scions and killing ads to progress till the end of the encounter. As an additional note, there are anti-barrier champs in this encounter, so plan accordingly for that. I'll be posting guides for each of the encounters in the Root of Nightmares raid, so keep a lookout for those, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.